Let's get moving. Let's just kind of start with some twists, okay? Get those arms out and just nice and gentle. Twist each way. And let's take it down some. So kind of touch your toes. We're bending and touching. So we're getting that spine loosened up. We're getting those shoulders loosened up. We're getting that heart rate up a little bit, just slowly to get warmed up here. If you want to do it standing, you can. If you want to do it sitting, you can. About 10 more seconds of these. Okay. So again, standing or sitting, we're going to do the raise the roof next. So we're just pushing our arms straight up, okay? Let's give it just a couple seconds here. Whether you're standing or sitting, make sure you got a nice tall posture, okay? We don't want to be slumped over. If you're slumped over, you can't raise your arms as high. And if you do, it might kind of pinch in those shoulders. So when you sit up nice and tall, you slide those shoulder blades down your back, your shoulders are in a better position to be able to raise up higher and not pinch and impinge up in the tops of your shoulders. So let's start raising the roof. And if you got your own music going, you can kind of add a little, right? Make it a little fun. Let's do about 20 more seconds of this. Good. Raise those arms up. Stay nice and tall. Nice. Okay. Good job. Now, I want you, your arms out, palms forward. Reach those arms together behind you as far as you can to really open that chest up, okay? So you're kind of sticking your chest out and reaching way back. And then we're rounding forward like we're hugging around a tree. So up tall, stick your chest out, thumbs up, palms out, and then round and hug the tree. So let's just keep doing that. Stand or sit nice and tall when you come up and forward. So we're also, you can feel when you stick that chest out and reach those arms down and back, you probably feel those shoulder blade muscles working. Some of those posture muscles that help us sit up nice and tall and that keep our shoulder blades moving right when we're trying to reach. Let's do 10 more seconds. My shoulders are getting tired already. And relax. All right, we're going to do some swimming next, okay? So let's start with like a freestyle swim. So we're kind of reaching forward, doing a freestyle swim here, okay? Again, standing or sitting. Let's get started here. We'll do about 20 more seconds of this. All right, let's switch to more like a breaststroke swim, okay? So we're reaching forward and pushing out. Reach forward, push out. I don't know if any of you are swimmers, but I always learned you scoop the ice cream and serve it. Again, stay nice and tall as best you can. Keep that core engaged some and to let those shoulders move freely. Let's do about 10 more seconds here. Good, and relax. Let's shrug those shoulders out a little bit. Let them relax some. And let's just tap those toes a little. Either standing or sitting, okay? You can do both at the same time. You can alternate. You can do 1, 2, right, 1, 2, left. And let's switch to heels. So point your toes down. If you're standing, you can just raise up on your tiptoes, or you can do one at a time, kind of a in place alternating heel lift. Getting that blood flow moving through those feet and legs. Great. And one more time, let's just kind of loosen that spine up a little bit. Let's just do a sustained twist. So you're going to just twist to one side and hold that there a minute. This is probably better in sitting. If you want to do it standing, you can certainly do that. You know, you can hold onto your chair, the back of your chair, and just kind of twist your body around and reach for that chair. Okay. Let's hold it one way here a little bit longer. And let's go the other way. We're really twisting and looking as far behind us as we can. And one more just to get that heart rate up a little bit. You don't have to go real hard and fast yet because we're still just warming up. Let's just march those legs up and down. If you can't march your legs up and down, try just reaching those arms up and down, okay? Kind of a hammer back and forth. If you really want to, you could do both at the same time. So whichever option you want that works for you. Just getting that blood flow moving a little more, getting that heart rate up a little bit higher. About 10 more seconds. And relax. Okay. So we're going to go into strengthening intervals, okay? The first one we're going to do, you can do it standing or sitting. We're going to work on kind of your obliques, your sides of your abdomens, okay? So what we're going to do, if you're in your chair, slide your bottom forward a little bit and lean back. And when we start, you're not pulling on your head. You're keeping your hands just supporting your head, never pull it. And you're going to sit up and kind of crunch one elbow towards your knee, okay? If you're standing, if you got enough balance, you can kind of do a march like this, kind of squeezing here and squeezing your knee and your elbow together. If you need to hold onto your chair to do that, you can, okay? So it would just be kind of using one side, using that chair for balance, and squeezing here, pulling that elbow and knee together, tightening these abdomen muscles while you do it, okay? If you can't slide your bottom forward and your seat, just stay where you are and just kind of squeeze together, squeezing that elbow and hip together as far as you can. All right, so you can alternate right and left, or if it's easier to stick with one side, we're going to do 2 sets. So you can do one side the whole first time and the other side the whole second time. All right, I'm going to demonstrate alternating, and we'll start here in about 5 seconds, okay? I'm going to do it seated this round. The second round, I'll do it standing. Here we go. We're doing 30 seconds here. So squeeze those side muscles together. Squeeze that knee and hip together as best you can, whatever position you're doing it in. We got about 15 more seconds here. Keep pushing. Squeeze it together. Keep that belly button drawn in the whole time to support that spine. And relax. Nice job. So we'll give ourselves a few seconds of rest here and then we'll do it again. If you want to push yourself to try standing, if you did it sitting the first time, you can. If you want to stick with what you're doing, fine. If you need to back off and do it in sitting and you did it standing last time. Again, everybody's on their own journey here. You're doing whatever is making you feel like you're getting a safe workout, but you're pushing yourself and getting that heart rate up. We'll start again at about 10 seconds. I'm going to demonstrate standing this time. And I'll demonstrate alternating, okay? We'll go in 3, 2, 1. So we're squeezing the elbow and knee together, keeping that belly button drawn in. So we're using those abs to do it. Good job, guys. We got about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, so we worked those abs a little bit. We worked some of that core some. From here, if you have a band and you'd like to use it, we're probably going to use the band the rest of the time if you want to, okay? Or if you don't have a band and you want no resistance, that's fine. Or if you got some light hand weights or cans that you want to use as resistance or weight, that's fine too. So whatever you want to do, go ahead and grab that equipment. The first one we're going to do is a row, okay? If you want to do it no matter if you're using a band, you're going to use both hands. If you want to do it standing, you're going to loop it around your feet, under your feet. You're going to keep your back straight, and you're going to row straight back. So I'm squeezing my elbows or I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together up here at the top. If you're sitting, you can do the same thing. Loop the band under your feet, pull those shoulder blades down and back together. If you don't have a band, that's okay. Don't use the band. Just squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Pull your fists straight back. Forearms parallel to the ground. Okay? So no matter what position you're doing it with or without the band, squeeze those shoulder blades together, down and back. All right, let's get going. Good job. We should feel that in our upper back, kind of towards the bottom of our shoulder blades, or maybe right between our shoulder blades. Let's go about 5 more seconds. And relax. Nice job. We'll do another set of those in just a minute. So again, if you need to lose the band, go for it. If you want to push yourself, try it a different position, go for that too. I'm going to do it standing for our second set just to demonstrate that. So we'll start in about 5 seconds, okay? So I'm standing, I got the band looped under my feet. I'm going to keep my back straight. I'm going to pull it back up. Here we go. I'm keeping my back nice and straight, squeezing my shoulder blades together at the end. We got about 15 more seconds. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of the power up exercise Jim did with you last week, okay? So again, you can use the band or not, whatever you want for your challenge. If you're sitting, you're going to do a reach forward and down and sit up, spread your arms. If you can, for a little more challenge, don't lean against your backrest when you come up and back. Just stay nice and tall off of your backrest. Your arms are coming apart and a little bit down. If you're not using a band, thumbs up, palms forward, reach down and back. So it's down and forward, up and back, down and forward, up and back, okay? If you're standing, you're gonna do it with a little bit of a squat, okay? You're gonna reach forward and then come up and spread those arms. Forward, up and spread those arms. All right, I'm gonna do it standing first. I'll do sitting on the second set. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're reaching down and forward, and then you're coming up tall and spreading those arms apart. We got 20 more seconds. If you're doing the standing, make sure when you squat down, you stick your bottom back like you're hovering over a chair. You don't want to let your knees come forward like this. You want to keep them back like you're gonna sit down. And relax. We'll rest a minute and we'll do one more set. I'm gonna demonstrate sitting this time. Feel free to stay standing. We'll start in about 15 seconds. So keep the band if you want. If you don't have a band, that is fine. We'll start in 5 more seconds. Here we go. Come on, real tall, slide those shoulder blades down your back, no matter how you're doing it. You're kind of sticking that chest out, sliding those shoulder blades down your back and together as you spread those arms. And relax. Nice job. So again, keep your band if you want to. We're going to do a twist. No matter what position you're doing it in, sitting or standing, you're going to have your arms apart. I'm going to keep this hand still while I twist my other arm to it, and then I'm opening back up. I'm going to twist the other way and open. So I'm keeping my one arm stationary and bringing my other arm all the way around to it. I'm not bringing them together. This one's going to stay still so that I'm having to twist and pivot my spine. If you're standing, same thing, but just pivot that spine and hips as you're standing. Okay? And here we go. We got 20 more seconds. Keep it a nice big movement. Keep those shoulders up. Bring those hands all the way together around to one side. Big twist of that body. We got 10 more seconds. Keep going. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay. We're going to do a step next, okay? So if you're sitting, again, we're spreading those arms. You can come out. If you want to come down with your band, you can do it that way, okay? If anything hurts, don't do it. But you can come down and apart, or you can stick with straight out, okay? But we're going to step our foot out, in, and then the other foot out and in with those arms. You can do that standing, okay? You're going to step out and in and out and in. And again, if you need the chair for balance, keep one hand on the chair as you step out and then switch hands on the chair as you step, okay? Let's start in about 5 seconds here. We'll do 30 seconds. Here we go. Step out, in, out, in. The bigger and faster you go, the more you're going to get that heart rate up and the more intense workout it's going to be. So whatever you can push yourself to do, you do that. Overhead tends to be a little bit more intense, gets that heart rate up a little bit more, but it can be tiring on those shoulders. So don't do it if it's hurting those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Wiggle those shoulders out, let them rest a little bit. We're going to do another set of that here in just a second. We'll start in about 7 seconds. I'm going to demonstrate standing this time. You can do it with the chair if you need. We'll start in 5 seconds. And we're stepping side to side and spreading those arms. Here we go. Out, in, other leg, out, in. Hold the chair for balance if you need to. If not, then just spread both those arms every time. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, the last one of these intervals that we're going to do, we're going to work on these triceps here a little bit. They're the backs of your arms, and they're what helps straighten your elbow or lift that hand up overhead. So you can do it seated. If you don't have a band, you just lift that arm up. If you want to use a band, I'm going to hold it with one hand and I'm going to lift straight up with the other. I'm going to try to keep my elbow pointed straight up towards the ceiling as best I can. If you want more intensity, if you want to work those legs a little more, you can do it standing. You can keep a little bit of a squat position, okay, to work those thigh muscles as you go up and down. Again, when you squat, you want your bottom down and back a little bit. You don't want your knees to sink forward. You want your knees to stay back behind your toes a little bit, okay? Let's start with one hand for one set, and then we'll switch hands for our second set. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that elbow pointed up to the ceiling as best you can and raise that hand up to the ceiling. Keep some tension on that band. Let's do it about 10 more seconds. Keep pushing, guys. Feel the burn in the back of that upper arm. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Woo, shake those arms out a little bit. Let's give it a couple seconds here, and then we'll do that left arm. Or other arm, whichever arm you didn't do yet. Let's start in about 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Elbow straight up towards the ceiling, and then raise that arm up too. If you're unable to do that, you can do biceps curls. Throw those hands up, alternate them. You could even use the band for that if you want. Keep going, guys. 10 more seconds. And relax. Nice job. All right. So that was a little more of our strength training. We're going to move into more of the high intensity aerobic exercise part now, more of the cardio intervals. So take a few deep breaths, catch your breath, get a drink of water if you need to. And again, at any time, if you need a break, just take it, because we're all, this is your workout. You want to push yourself, but you don't want to overdo it to where you're too tired or you're unsafe. You get an injury or you're too tired to walk later or transfer later. So the first one we're going to do is a step, tap, and punch, okay? So if you're standing, you're going to do a step, punch, okay? If you would like to use the band still, you can. Just kind of punching back and forth as you step, okay? We can do that seated. Okay, you can do with or without the band again. You can step, punch. Okay, alternating right and left. Speed and size is going to get that heart rate up more. So the faster and bigger you do it, the more intense workout it's going to be. All right, let's start in 3, 2, 1. We're doing 30 seconds. Hard and fast, hard and fast. Good job, guys. Keep pushing, keep pushing. We got about 15 more seconds. Big, hard movements. Step, punch, step, punch. Good job. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Nice job. We're going to do another set of those. If you'd like to mix it up, you can do overhead punches with your steps, okay? Again, with or without a band, standing or sitting. Even if you can't move those legs, push them into your footrest or push them into your floor. So you're activating that glute a little bit and activating these quads and ankles a little bit, okay? Just by pushing them into the ground, you activate those muscles, even if you're not actually moving the leg. All right, we'll start again here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing 30 seconds. Step and punch, step and punch. You can stick with the forward punches or switch to the overhead punches. Hard and fast, hard and fast. 20 more seconds, guys. Keep going. Good job. 10 more seconds. Keep pushing, keep pushing. We're getting that heart rate up, getting into that aerobic workout zone. And relax. Let's rest a minute. Good job. So the next set we'll do, keep resting, I'm just demonstrating, is we're going to do some version of a starfish, okay? So if you're sitting, you're going to go out, in, okay? If you want to stand and do it, you can do, I'm thinking a second, so it'd be up and out. So kind of jumping like a star, okay? So you're up like a star, in tight, up like a star. If you want to do it standing, but that's a lot of balance work, you could do kind of like a half jumping jack, right? Doing a jumping jack on one side at a time. Reaching up overhead and tapping out with one foot, okay? So either way, you're getting an arm and a leg out, whether you're doing a step tap and reach, or whether you're doing a squat and reach, okay? Or you're doing the seated starfish. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of our starfish here. Big hard movements gets that heart rate up more. If you're sitting and you're able to do it without leaning against your backrest, you're going to feel those stomach muscles working a little more for just a little more intensity there. Good job, guys. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to do another set of the starfish. So again, you can do it the same way you just did, or you can switch and do it a different position. I'll do standing this time. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it doesn't have to be a real deep squat. It can be a small one. Okay? Coming up and out. Up and reach out like a big star. Keep that bottom back and knees back so it's a little easier on your knees. And again, if you're standing and you need that balance help, we can switch and do one side at a time as a starfish. Good job, guys. Keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Short seated rest. Good time to grab water again if you need it. So keep resting. I'm just going to demonstrate. The next one we're going to do is a jump rope, okay? So no matter what position you're doing it in, you're moving your hands like a jump rope. If you can jump those feet too, do that. Again, even if it's just bouncing your toes or pushing into your floor, using those leg muscles, activating them, it's going to get that heart rate up more and it's going to engage those muscles. If you want to do it standing, okay, you're just going to bounce on your toes. If you need to hold on to the chair, that's fine. You can do one arm and bounce on your toes, and then you can switch arms the second set if you're able to. Okay? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of jump rope. Again, big fast movements that are going to get that heart rate up higher. It's going to be a more intense workout that way. So push yourself to feel like you're working hard, not hard enough that you're going to pass out, but hard enough that you're breathing hard. 15 more seconds. Good job. Keep pushing, guys. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Couple deep breaths here. Catch your breath. We're going to do another set of that in just a minute. In 20 more seconds, we'll start. So catch your breath. Let those nerves and muscles recover. We know that MS fatigue is a little bit different than regular fatigue, right? Those nerves kind of stop sending that message, so we want to let them recover so that they can continue to send the message when we start back up again. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're jump roping again. Keep jumping that rope. We got 20 more seconds. Get those arms going, push those feet into the ground, push those toes into the ground, bounce them if you can. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Catch that breath. All right, we'll do one more interval. Are you guys up for that? I know we've been working hard. Okay. I'm thinking I didn't plan another one. We just kind of went fast and hard, so I got time for another one. So what I think we'll do is a biceps curl and a toe tap, okay? So you can do it seated, or you can do it standing. Again, with or without chair support if you need it, okay? So we'll do a tap, curl, okay? So standing or sitting, I'll do standing this time. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. If you add a little bounce when you're standing, it adds a little more intensity. Gets that heart rate up a little more than if you're just stepping and tapping. So whichever way you can do it, okay? Keep going though. We got about 10 more seconds. Keep going. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We'll do one more set of the biceps curl and taps in just a second here. Okay, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Biceps curl and heel tap, standing or sitting. Keep pushing. This is our last one. Push yourself hard, and we will get into our cool down after this. Keep going. And again, hopefully I can get this posted online. I don't know how fast it'll be again, but we're working our best to get a couple of them up there for you guys. Keep pushing. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, a couple deep breaths. You guys worked really hard. That was great. So we're going to start cooling down. Let's just take a few deep breaths with a reach. Okay, let's do. You can reach down and back as you breathe in, and then blow out and round down. Or you can come up as you breathe in. Either way, we're expanding that chest as we breathe in. We pause. We blow it all out. We're blowing birthday candles, okay? So big deep breath in. 2 more. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. And 1 more big deep breath in. Out through your mouth. Nice job. Let's do trunk rotation again like we did at the beginning, okay? Get that back stretched out a little bit. So grab your chair and twist that spine. Gently pull with those hands a little bit just to get a little more stretch down your spine, okay? And let's just hold that. Take a few deep breaths. And as you breathe out, see if you can twist just a little bit further. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And let's go the other way. Same thing. Grab that armrest or the back of your chair. Turn that spine. Look behind you as far as you can. Take some deep breaths. And as you breathe out, see if you can just sink a little bit further into that stretch. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, let's stretch those hamstrings. So if you can, sit at the front edge of your seat. Stick your foot out, toes up. Keep your knees straight and sit up nice and tall. If you already feel a stretch down the back of your leg, great, hold that. If you don't yet, keep your back nice and straight and lean forward with your chest until you feel a gentle stretch down the back of that straight leg. Let's hold that. If you're unable to stretch those hamstrings, give me some shoulder rolls backwards. Let's hold it just a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll switch feet. So bend the one leg, stick the other foot out, toes up, sit up nice and tall. And if you don't feel a stretch yet, lead with your chest, keeping your back straight and come forward until you feel a gentle stretch down the back of that straight leg. And again, as you breathe, when you breathe out, see if you can sink just a little bit further into that stretch without it being painful or too uncomfortable. We just want a stretch sensation. Okay, we're going to do our cat-cow stretch for our back and our spine, okay? We're working on stretching some of those posture muscles. If you're sitting, you can rest your hands on your lap, and when we do the cat, you're rounding out, you're spreading those shoulder blades towards the front of your body, sticking that spine out towards the back of your chair, rounding your back like a C as best you can. And when we do the cow, you're doing the opposite. Your chest up, shoulders down and back, looking up towards the ceiling, stretching all this out, making your spine go the opposite direction. If you want to stand and do it with your hands on your chair, you can do that as well. So we've got our cat rounding our spine up. And we've got our cow round, making it like a U as best as the other way. If you're really good and you want to get on your hands and knees and do it, you can. You would do the same thing. Cow up towards the ceiling and cat rounding that spine up. So let's do that a few times, okay? So let's see our cats rounding that spine, spreading those shoulder blades as far apart from each other as you can, pulling that belly button in towards your spine. And our cow, rounding that spine the other way, making it arched back. Spreading that chest open as far as you can, looking up towards the ceiling. And our cat. And our cow. Spread that chest out. Get nice and open here, making yourself nice and long through your neck and chest. One more each way. Our cat, round that spine. Pull that belly button in. And our cow. The last one, we're going to pull our knee kind of up and across to our chest. Okay, you're going to kind of hug it in so you feel a little stretch in the back of that hip. If you're unable to do that, try just kind of coming down and across your body to get a little bit of a stretch down through this low back and back of your hip, okay? So pulling your knee up towards your chest, or reaching down across your body to stretch your hip and spine. And again, as we're cooling down here and taking some deep breaths, as you breathe out, see if you can sink a little further into that stretch. Either bend down a little bit lower or pull that knee in a little bit tighter. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And we'll switch to the other leg or reach down to the opposite side. Hug that knee in. Take those nice deep breaths. As you breathe out, see if you can stretch just a little further every now and then. We'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Well, hopefully you guys feel like you got a good workout. Like I said, we'll try putting this on the website again. I don't know how fast that goes or anything, but we'll do our best to get it up there. And we're trying to get one from the higher level class too.